Hello, everyone. We're back with Ken Dombrowski, executive life coach and master hypnotist. And today I feel like we need to go back to a topic we've discussed before, which is anxiety. But specifically, we need to discuss and touch on, the causation of anxiety that society is providing lately. Obviously, there's a ton of events, that's the word, a ton of events going on right now that can cause anxiety in individuals. If you want to kind of go into those.
Well, yes, you have lots of civil unrest that's going on more and more all the time, and that definitely causes anxiety because it's kind of the steps. The civil unrest causes uncertainty. So we're uncertain about the world that we live in. We're uncertain about how stable it is. We're uncertain about if we can feel secure. So all that uncertainty continues to blossom and grow and fester into anxiety. It has to have an outlet somewhere. So when we have these issues, and whatever side of the aisle you're on, I don't care what politically speaking or anything like that. But when you have, what was there, wildfires in California recently, and then there's riots in different cities. And then we have wars going on, Russia-Ukraine war, Israel-Iran war. All of this, even though you might not physically be seeing it and witnessing it, you still know it's happening. So the subconscious mind goes to work. Survival says, hey, something really bad is going on in the world, and it might end up affecting or harming me or my family. So then it causes anxiety because there's really nothing you can do about it. There's absolutely nothing you can do about these events. So you have all this energy, worry, stress, and tension about a problem that's not your problem yet, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that causes all this anxiety. So we want to think about we've talked about many times before, it used to be the two F's, the fight, flight, response. So what happens in the fight, flight response, it's a survival mechanism, been happening thousands and thousands of years, and it happens with every human and pretty much every animal on the planet. Whenever we're faced with a threat, in a nanosecond, your subconscious mind, your instinctual drive, decides, do I have an opportunity to fight this threat and win? If not, then can I fly? Can I flee? Can I get flight out of here? So, and this happens, it's instinctual. You don't make it. You're not making a decision. It's already made for you. And you find yourself either fighting like hell or running like hell and hoping for the best. Well, we live in a society now, starting, maybe 30 years ago, 40 years ago, let's say, where if you fight, you're an asshole. If you fleet, you're a coward. Mm-hmm. So we came up with a third F, which is freeze. So now imagine freezing all of this surge of power, surge of chemicals in the brain and body, endorphins and whatnot, going to things that I don't even know what they're called, ramped up like crazy to get you ready to either fight for your life or run for your life, and you go nowhere. So all that's being contained within, there's like nuclear explosions going on inside of you, and you're just sitting there doing nothing but vibrating, and mind is racing, and you have anxiety from it. That comes from that line of chain of events, that uncertainty, insecure, leads all this to feelings of anxiety. So what can we do about that? What do you think we can do about that?
Have sessions. I don't know. This is one of the topics that is a little more nuanced for me, so I have not as much personally to say.
Well, have sessions is a great one to go. That's always going to help. But we want to be able to understand, not just consciously, but we need to convince ourselves deeper than that, in that subconscious, that there's nothing I can do. So why would you be worried about something you have no control over? Be worried about something that is going to happen whether you worry about it or you don't worry about it. So I kind of use an example, and this is a harsh one, so forgive me. It's going to be kind of heavy. If you knew that some foreign country had fired, blasted 500 nuclear warheads towards various points of the United States, if you knew it was coming and it's going to take 5 hours for them to get here, you're going to lose your mind. This is going to be the worst 5 hours of your entire life. And even if it didn't happen, if they ended up, just not detonating and just, falling to the ground and not going off, that'd still be the worst 5 hours of your life because you were tortured with this impending, horrific, worst case scenario doom. Or would it be better, and of course that's going to be a lot of anxiety, or would it be better for it to just happen without any knowledge? It's just boom, wiped, completely done. Oh, see, now you didn't have to worry about it. You didn't have stress over it. You didn't have any anxiety over it. You're just sitting here talking with a friend over a cup of coffee, and then boom, lights are out. And so, I don't know, me personally, I think I'd rather not know. So what I tell people all the time is turn off the news. Stop watching the news. You don't need to know what's going on over there because it's not directly affecting you here. And it doesn't mean that you're uncaring about other people and what they're going through. It just means that no matter if I worry about it or I don't worry about it, has no impact whatsoever. Let's choose not worry about it and just go on with our life. So those are some good ways that you can overcome the instability and uncertainty so you can reduce your own anxiety.
I am actually a huge fan of the saying ignorance is bliss when it comes to current events.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have taken that approach ever since I've been old enough to truly understand what's going on because like you're kind of saying, like, regardless of what you know about it, you need to understand there's nothing that you can do. So like caring from a distance is only going to hurt you. You're not helping them. You're not doing anything. It's just putting you through pain for no reason. I love a good ignorance is bliss moment when it comes to stuff like this. I'd rather not know. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if it's something that directly affects me, my life, my body, whatever it is, okay, maybe we need to step in. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I feel like some information just really doesn't need to be shared.
I think that was really well put. Throughout my life, of course, I'm in my mid-50s right now, so I'm talking about men that would be my age and older from when I was a younger guy. When I was in my younger time, 20s, 30s, 40s, I noticed men that are like in their mid-50s and older, why are they always so agitated and angry? Why do they just constantly seem on edge? Well, if all you have to do is have a 5-minute conversation with them, and they're going to burn through every hot topic of the news right now. And it's because they watch the news way too much. They're going to watch it in the morning when they're getting ready for work. They're going to get updates at work. They're going to watch it again as soon as they get home from work. And you'll watch it after dinner. Then they're going to watch it when they go to bed at night. They're being bombarded and saturated. Oh, and in between there, depending on what era of time it is, they may have also been reading the newspaper for news. Too much information. It's overload, and there's nothing you can do with it except get angry, get anxiety, tension, and stress, and all it does is just steal from your life. Now you're walking around just miserable. How does that benefit anybody?
Exactly. Well, and I think this also just kind of proves even further the link between anxiety and depression and social media, because social media kind of takes away your option to just not know anything. You're going to happen upon a ton of information you didn't ask for, mm-hmm. you don't want, you're not looking for, and sometimes it's going to get you at the right moment and you're going to rabbit hole. And now, one, your ignorance is gone, the bliss is gone, and you care and are hurting over a situation that you can do absolutely nothing about. So I think that just also further, in a different light, proves the point that social media is always going to equal anxiety, depression, so many negative things, because it's just so much that we don't need.
Exactly. Do not need it. It's not going to benefit your life, but it's going to definitely take from your life.
100%. All right. Well, thank you for explaining that. That's even more helpful for me, too.
I'm glad I could help.
If you are someone that experiences anxiety, depression, or anything of the sort, feel free to give us a call today. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.